We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on LSU wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. for the 2024 NFL Draft. In my opinion, he's a top 10 or top 5 receiver actually in this draft class. I feel very good about his game and how he translates to the next level. There is some refinement that needs to be done, and I know like when it comes to that, I like really nuanced receivers personally and guys who are ready right now. And I do think the area is his. Still expect him, even with all those like inconsistencies he has to his game, I still expect him to go to the NFL and still be pretty solid. And if he can work, and I do think he can get better at some of those things because a lot of them is just like technical skill that he can in his game. Have a more diverse release package, but he usually just gives you a split release, and he dips his shoulder, and he's so explosive and does a great job of avoiding hands, and that he's able to, get back on the top. He's able to stack this guy very fast. He's got elite speed, elite athleticism, and then track that ball in the whole way through and then get into the end zone. Like, he is always a threat to score. I love his ability. I think he has the skill set. I've seen enough ability where I think he can prove that he can make it there at the next level. So I think his projection's pretty good. Top 5 guy to me in this class. Potentially top 4. Like, I feel like he could be that 4th guy taken after that like main top 3. Brian Thomas Jr. is absolutely legit. He make some good catches too. He can make some contested catches. Here we get him in the slot. Again, I like his ability to set this up. This is where I think, there's times where he can be more refined as a route runner, but he shows enough to me, combined with his athleticism and size, that like he does a good job on this rep specifically, being patient. Good job like manipulating pace and attacking leverage, giving that hard stab to the inside, outside the frame of this guy, just to get him freeze long enough to then get back onto this outside. And he's so fluid when he does this. Whenever he like works past the guy, he does a great job of just eating up that space so fast without them realizing. And then he dips those shoulders to really avoid those hands and getting to his spot. And then he just makes a real nice play at the catch point, track the ball and get 2 feet in bounds. Brian Thomas Jr. is absolutely legit. Here we get to see him working in the slot again, this time making a tough catch within the back of the end zone. We'll see him release off the ball. He can definitely be like he'll be more of an outside guy, but he can do some stuff in the slot, especially work that slot fade. Would like to see him maybe work, a little bit more here. I like giving just a quick split release, but maybe more of a stab to the inside, really sell it a little bit more. That's like where the refinement comes in. But he's so explosive. He's able to dip the shoulder, get into his spot, and then accelerate past the guy. And then this is where sometimes you're not going to have all that separation just from your natural athletic talent. To make the tough catch, track it up, good. You can see him track this ball in beautifully, and then time it, jump, attack it at its highest catch point, and then make a tough catch, good hands, get your body in the back of the end zone, and then good he uses that hand right there to create last second separation without getting the offensive pass interference, making it super obvious, and then knows where he is on the field, gets 2 feet in bounds. That is really, really beautiful. That where he can just burn right past you. He can make some tough catches when it comes down to it. That's where I find that he can be successful, because sometimes when it comes to like these tall speed guys who are like super fast, sometimes they can struggle, like a Jameson Williams who's like got that juice and he went first round. He struggles at the catch point with his tracking ability, but when you were like this tall, fast speed guy, if you have top tier tracking ability, which Thomas Jr. does, I see you just being successful at the next level, at least as a deep threat. And that's why I really think Thomas Jr. is going to bring go balls. I like to see him, have more of a route tree. I want to see him face more press man-to-man as well, but I do think he has enough quickness, suddenness off the ball to beat some press man. But here, at least selling with his whole eyes, body language, could probably sell it a little bit better. Like I think he kind of raises his pad level a little bit too much. But right here is a good, solid football position. Really sell like you're breaking to the inside. Get this guy to move, to fully move back there. And this is just the route, and he just makes a really nice play. And you just see those glimpses of, he has some route running chops. He just didn't get to really show it a bunch. And the chances he did, there was some good stuff there. And I think he can develop that and become even better off script juice. Just an absolute freak. Top 5 player in this class, in my opinion. And then here we get to see him break away vertically. Love this. I love the hand fighting once he gets engaged here. Want to see him maybe work a little bit of a blind spot here. Like when you're facing like a cover 3 like look and this guy's zone turning, maybe give a little bit more bend to the outside. Look like you might work into this guy's blind spot to get him to freeze a little bit. But he just wants pure athleticism and then physicality to break away and then tracks it in. You're not catching him in a one-on-one situation. There's too much juice there. And then this is the stuff underneath that you want to see more of, that I think he sometimes struggled with. You get to see him just sit, find a soft spot versus zone. Sometimes with his transition abilities, he would be a little clunky at times. I think he could work on his anticipation, but here he shows some nice anticipation versus this player. This is just something I want to see more of. Carry some guys forward for a few yards. Add more to your game. It's not going to be a huge part of his game at the next level, I don't think, but that's something that, maybe you can be more of a threat. And then you can see the athleticism that he has. Like, it's just more of a feel thing after the catch. When he can get like the full, more of a feel of it, instinctual, because he shows the potential to just avoid a tackle, that bend in your shoulder in the back, and then to still get upfield, accelerate vertically after that, very special. This is not a common type move for a wide receiver to make, and I think Thomas Jr. has potential to be a good after the catch guy. It's just pretty inconsistent on his tape right now. Going on to this next play, get to see him working some more vertical to the outside, just making a tough catch in the back of the end zone. This is what I want to see. You're not going to always create those types of separation. I feel like a lot of the guys that go super high, that have great speed, they're downfield threats in college, they're not great trackers of the football. They're not great in contested situation, making adjustments. When you make those types of catches, I feel very confident. This is another type of really nice play, working on the sideline. That's just athleticism. Look at what he does here. He gets the ball, slip upfield. Like, this guy is thinking he's not going to try to break to the inside. And based on his positioning, Thomas Jr. should not be able to gain very much. He maybe can get to here at the most. But he's able to get upfield and be like, oh, actually avoid the tackle. And then skip, stay in bounds for multiple steps and get basically to the first down line. That is super impressive. And on the situation, which is they're down 7 with 30 seconds left, and for him to get out of bounds and basically pick up a first down is absolutely in end zone. Last play that we're going to take a look at here. Love his release here. Love when he can face. It's more of like a soft press look, not super, bump and run. But you can see he comes off the ball with a plan here. Brian Thomas Jr. has so much potential to be really, really good. I still think he comes to the NFL right away and is still good right away. But he has potential to be absolutely amazing. Because sometimes with these upside guys, you're like, oh, they're more of like a boom or bust. To me, Brian Thomas Jr. will at least be a good deep threat with the ability to develop into like a really, really quality NFL, like full-on number one receiver, like playing in that X spot, because he definitely has all the physical traits